Melissa Gilbert's confession about her private life changes everything. The spark of a legend. Born Melissa Ellen Gilbert on May 8, 1964, in Los Angeles, Melissa's life was destined for the spotlight before she could even walk. Adopted by actor Paul Gilbert and dancer Barbara Crane, she was raised in a world of ambition and performance. Melissa wasn't just another child star, she possessed a natural glow and an emotional honesty that left audiences and casting directors breathless. Long before she knew her ABCs, Melissa was a veteran of commercials and guest spots. But in 1974, a single role changed the trajectory of her life forever: Laura Ingalls in Little House on the Prairie. For 9 years, the world watched Melissa evolve from a wide-eyed pioneer girl into a fierce, independent woman. Mentorship and the Prairie family. The heartbeat of Little House was Michael Landon. To Melissa, he was more than a co-star, he was a surrogate father and a mentor who taught her that acting was about truth, discipline, and passion. The bond between the cast was real. They vacationed together, got into mischief together, and grew up as a family. It feels like we were cousins or siblings. Very, very close, Melissa once shared, reflecting on the profound impact of those years. When Landon passed, the loss was monumental. Melissa would later name her second son, Michael, in his honor, a lasting tribute to the man who shaped her moral compass. Breaking the sweet mold. Transitioning from a beloved child icon to an adult actress is a feat few survive. Melissa, however, owned it. She took on gritty, demanding roles like Helen Keller in The Miracle Worker, proving she had the range to tackle themes of loss and resilience. She eventually found a new voice on the theater stage. The raw energy of live performance allowed her to shed the perfect image of Laura Ingalls. It was her way of telling the world, I am not just a girl from TV anymore. A leader behind the scenes. Melissa's strength wasn't limited to the screen.
And just like thinking in the back of my head, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't. You got this, you got this, we got this.
Right.
Because I didn't want to start. I knew Michael.
From 2001 to 2005, she served as the president of the Screen Actors Guild, SAG. As one of the youngest leaders in the union's history, she fought for fairness and respect for performers, proving she was a force to be reckoned with in the boardroom just as much as on the set. The price of fame, love and heartbreak. Growing up in the public eye meant Melissa's private life was front-page news. Her early romances with Tom Cruise and Rob Lowe became the stuff of Hollywood legend. Bo Brinkman, 1988 to 1992. Her first marriage to actor Bo Brinkman brought her the gift of motherhood with their son, Dakota. However, the pressures of real life eventually led to a painful divorce. Bruce Boxleitner, 1995 to 2011. Melissa found stability again with Bruce Boxleitner. Together they welcomed their son, Michael. For years, they were the picture of a blended, happy family, but the marriage eventually succumbed to the strain of demanding careers and personal growth. Finding peace with Timothy Busfield. In 2013, Melissa married actor and director Timothy Busfield in a quiet ceremony in Santa Barbara. This wasn't a Hollywood fairy tale, it was a grounded, mature partnership. Together, they retreated from the chaos of the city to find peace, building a life based on mutual respect and shared experience. For over a decade, this seemed to be the happily ever after Melissa had fought so hard to find.
The weight of it didn't hit me because all of the technical stuff of getting it done at first when
2026, the storm nobody saw coming. Despite her decades of resilience, January 2026 brought a challenge that would test Melissa Gilbert like never before. The woman who had spent her life advocating for child welfare and honesty found her private world colliding with a legal nightmare. On January 9, 2026, news broke that sent shockwaves through the industry. Authorities in New Mexico had issued an arrest warrant for her husband, Timothy Busfield. The allegations involved serious felony counts related to abuse during a television production in Albuquerque. A heartbroken response. The irony was devastating. Busfield, known for playing a judge on Law & Order, SVU, was now facing the very system he once portrayed. Melissa was caught in an impossible position, torn between her love for her husband and her lifelong commitment to protecting the vulnerable. In a raw statement, Melissa confessed, "I am shocked, heartbroken, and struggling to comprehend the weight of what has been alleged. It feels like watching your life fracture in real time, piece by piece." Standing for the truth. When Busfield went missing for 3 days, prompting the U.S. Marshals to join the search, rumors swirled. Melissa, however, refused to hide. She cooperated fully with authorities, making it clear that while she was a wife, her integrity came first. On January 13, 2026, Busfield turned himself in. For Melissa, it wasn't the end, but the beginning of a grueling new chapter. Through the pain, she remained a beacon of grace, reminding the world, if children have been harmed, they deserve protection, compassion, and truth above all else. The legacy of resilience. Melissa Gilbert's life has been a series of triumphs and trials. From the sun-drenched prairies of the 1800s to the harsh legal realities of 2026, she has never stopped standing tall. She has taught us that bravery isn't about being perfect, it's about facing the storm with quiet, unwavering honesty. What do you think about Melissa Gilbert's strength during this incredibly difficult time? Let us know in the comments below. Support the truth. If you found this deep dive into Melissa's journey powerful, make sure to show your support. We bring you the real stories behind the stars you love, delivered with heart and honesty. Like this video. Subscribe to Prestige Buzz. Hit that bell notification so you never miss a breaking update.